Good morning, children. Yes, Peter, we're going to start with a new chapter today. Excretory products and their elimination. Okay, which chapter did we finish yesterday? On Saturday?
Body fluids and circulation.
We talked about some disorders of the circulatory system. Can anyone name any one of them? Disorders, some diseases we had talked.
Coronary artery disease.
Yes, coronary artery disease. Very good. So we're going to talk about excretory products and their elimination. I think a little bit, can we have some name of some excretory organs involved in this process? Class 10th, we have done. Name the excretory organs in humans, beta. Those organs which are involved in, yes, beta, kidneys.
Kidneys.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So when we say excretory products and the elimination, we mean not only urine and excreta, we mean other things also, beta. So let me first start with the urine formation. This is okay. First, tell me what a little bit you know about this. Excretory products. Can we have the name of some excretory products in the human body?
Sweat, urine.
Very good. Very good. 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 And elimination. What does the word elimination mean?
Removal.
Removal. So, do all organisms have such a kind of system, for advanced system, a proper system for removing
No,
excreta?
No,
Some animals are different. Okay, they have a simple way of formation of excretory products in their body. So let me start with it. Let me admit there are one or two students in the meeting room. Beta, first a bit introduction before I go on to the details. Okay, we are going to talk about certain category of animals. Then I'll start with the concept of urine formation and all. First, let me talk about in general about this system, that is excretory products in organisms. You've already told me what all does excretion mean. Okay, now understand, beta. When there is excess of ingestion, I'm talking about a case where there is excess of ingestion, then we have a lot of products.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear. There are a lot of byproducts produced in such a case. See, there is one normal case where we say there is an excretory system going on, but there are certain cases when there are metabolic activities, of course, and second is when there is excess of ingestion. Excess of ingestion means excess of intake of food is there. Then what happens is that inside the body of organisms, certain substances start accumulating, basically depositing. For example, ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water. It could be phosphate ions, chloride ions. So many things now, they get accumulated inside the body. So what are the two reasons why they get accumulated? Number one is metabolic activities, and number two is excess of ingestion, a lot of intake of food. So these are the two things which generally accumulate. Reasons and why they accumulate, I have told you two reasons. And what all gets accumulated? Listen again. It could be urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water, and some kind of ions like sodium ions, chloride ions, phosphate ions. They keep accumulating inside the body. Now, these substances have to be removed. Some substances have to be removed totally, and some substances have to be removed partially because we can utilize them. So it is not that all these substances have to be removed completely. Some substances will be removed entirely and some of them will be removed completely. Beta. Let us start with, whenever we talk about excretion, we are mainly going to talk about the nitrogenous waste. Keep this also in mind. Before I start the chapter, we are just taking a background of the chapter. So when we are going to talk about the waste, we are mainly going to talk about which kind of waste, children, in the chapter?
Nitrogenous waste.
Yes, beta, nitrogenous waste. When we say nitrogenous waste means all those substances which are a waste and which contain excess of nitrogen. इसमें बेटा तीन चीजें हैं, हम याद रखेंगे, ammonia, urea and uric acid. Name the three main nitrogenous waste.
Ammonia, urea, and uric acid.
Yes, very good. Ammonia, urea and uric acid. Mainly animals may, when I talk about excretion in animals, then these are the main excretory products. अब तीन excretory products mainly we are going to talk nitrogen based, ammonia, urea, uric acid. इसमें सबसे ज्यादा टॉक्सिक कौन सा होता है? बॉडी में तो तीनों डिपॉजिट होंगे तो ऑफ कोर्स टॉक्सिक हो जाएंगे, बट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट तीनों में से सबसे ज्यादा हार्म कौन करेगा, सबसे ज्यादा टॉक्सिक कौन सा होता है, बताइए? अमोनिया, यूरिया और यूरिक एसिड.
Uric acid.
हाँ जी बच्चे.
Uric acid.
Uric acid. Okay. Any other guesses? चलो, very good, you tried. बेटा, uric acid is the least toxic. वो सबसे कम टॉक्सिक रहता है बेटा. अमोनिया is the most toxic form. अमोनिया के साथ दो प्रॉब्लम्स है. एक तो नंबर वन, ये बहुत टॉक्सिक है, मोस्ट टॉक्सिक है. दूसरा, the removal of ammonia from the body needs a lot of water. Elimination process needs a lot of water. तो सबसे ज्यादा टॉक्सिक is ammonia, सबसे कम टॉक्सिक is uric acid. And uric acid में दो advantages वही जो दो disadvantages ammonia में थे. It is the least toxic and it is removed with a minimum amount of water. Before we go into proper chapter, we are just doing a bit of introduction. Introduction says कि excretion is needed. Why? Because of two reasons. Some substances which are not good for the body, they keep depositing in the body because of two reasons. बताइए कौन से two reasons? One is metabolic activity and second is, अभी we discussed when I started थोड़ा सा, metabolic activity and excess of, जल्दी बताइए, excess of
Intake of
Ingestion.
Yes, very good. So first चीज जो हमको याद रखना है, two reasons why every organism needs to have an excretory system. Number one, waste is produced because of metabolic activity. And number two, sometimes it is excess of ingestion that lot of substances deposit. Name 2-3 substances जिसका नाम हमने दिया था, those which get deposited.
Ammonia, urea, uric acid.
Ammonia, urea, uric acid. I also talked about certain ions. Which ions? Sodium, potassium and chloride. Mainly these three ions. बेटा ये तीनों तो आपको याद रहेंगे अब. Ammonia, urea, uric acid. इसके साथ CO2 and water. There are two more byproducts of metabolism. Basically, water is not considered as a byproduct because हम इसको use भी कर सकते हैं. And there are certain ions also. क्या ये सारे के सारे completely remove हो जाते हैं?
No, ma'am.
No. Very good. Some of them are partially removed, some of them are completely removed. When we talk about waste, we mainly talk about nitrogenous waste. Name the three main nitrogenous waste.
Ammonia, urea, and uric acid.
Very good. Yes. Which is the most toxic and which one requires the maximum amount of water for elimination?
Ammonia.
Ammonia. Which one is the least toxic and requires the least amount of water?
Uric acid.
Uric acid.
Acid.
Good. So we are going to talk about some important terms before I go into the complicating part of the chapter. This process of excreting ammonia, matlab those organisms जिसमें ammonia is being excreted, that process is known as ammonotelism. AMMO, ammonotelism. So the process of excreting ammonia, what is it called? Ammono. बोलिए बेटा, it is ammonotelism. What is it called? Yes. Mainly बेटा जो organisms water में रहते हैं ना, fishes, aquatic amphibians, aquatic insects, ये सारे के सारे ammonotelic होते हैं. And अब I think you can guess कि ये लोग ammonotelic क्यों होते होंगे. I talked about ammonia के बारे में दो बातें बताए थे. According to that, you tell me why aquatic animals can afford to be ammonotelic. बताइए अमोनिया के बारे में कौन सी दो बात हमने पढ़ा था? Number one, it is the most toxic, and which is
It requires the most amount of water to
yes,
be removed.
very good, very good. Terrestrial animals, we cannot afford to lose so much of water, but aquatic animals के पास बहुत सारा पानी है, so they can manage, they can afford कि इतना water that they can lose this waste from the body. That is why बहुत simple way में आप याद रखेंगे कि ammonotelism कौन से organisms में होएगा? Aquatic animals में. Because I told you ammonia requires a lot of what for elimination?
Water.
Water. Very good. Ammonia में एक और property है बेटा. It is very readily soluble in water. Immediately water में dissolve हो जाता है. So obviously excretion takes place by diffusion. Body surface से ही हो जाता है. Fishes में gills के through. Basically because this is very very soluble in water. Ammonia. तो कुछ भी problem नहीं आता है for these aquatic organisms. So everybody knows what is ammonotelism, the process of excreting what?
Ammonia.
Yes, बेटा. एक बात और याद रखेंगे. When I asked you about excretory organs, आपने सबसे पहले बोला kidneys. So we all know that when we talk about terrestrial animals, सबसे important excretory organ you talked about was
kidney.
Kidney. बहुत बढ़िया. अब इसमें ये याद रखेंगे बेटा. When I talk about ammonotelic animals or ammonotelism, kidneys का कोई ऐसा insignificant role है ही नहीं है. Ammonotelism में kidneys are not at all important. They do not play any important role. Is it okay बेटा? अब क्या हुआ? First we had aquatic life. Gradually aquatic life से we had terrestrial adaptations. So the organisms started living on land. अब लैंड में तो इतना वाटर है नहीं, सो इतना सारा अमोनिया के फॉर्म में एक्सक्रीशन वाज नॉट पॉसिबल. सो व्हेन एडेप्टेशंस हुआ फॉर टेरेस्ट्रियल मेथड, टू मोर नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट वर डेवलप्ड, दैट इज बेसिकली फॉर कंजर्वेशन ऑफ वाटर. because land वाले animals के पास इतना water नहीं था. So can you name those two nitrogenous waste?
Urea and uric acid.
Yes. What are they? Urea and
Uric acid.
good. Very good. So mammals, terrestrial amphibians, their main excretory product was urea, and they are called as ureotelic animals. I'm talking about man, I'm talking about terrestrial amphibians, land wala basically. Their main product of excretion is urea. So they are known as ureotelic. So pehla wala ammonotelic, and those which excrete urea, they are known as ureotelic, and the process is known as ureotelism. So everybody should know what is ammonotelic and what is ureotelic. Is it okay? So terrestrial animals में कौन सा mode है बेटा, monotelic or ureotelic?
Ureotelic.
Good, it is ureotelic. And why do you think ये adaptation हुआ होगा in terrestrial organisms? Why did this shift come from ammonotelic to ureotelic?
Because they do not have excessive.
Yes, beta, we have a deficiency of water. इतना water नहीं है in the body that ammonia can be released. ऐसा नहीं है that ammonia is not produced. I told you 3 main nitrogenous waste products in human body. तो सबसे पहले we took the name of ammonia. So that means ammonia तो produce होता है. But then अभी हम लोग ये बोल रहे हैं excretion is in the form of urea. So let us understand this part also. Ammonia is produced in the body beta, लेकिन ammonia is not excreted in the form of ammonia. And आप बताइए ऐसा क्यों होता होगा? Why is ammonia not excreted in the form of ammonia? I told you the reason when I started. Because ammonia requires what?
High amount of water.
Yes, it requires a lot of water. So what do terrestrial animals do? They convert all the ammonia into urea. सारे ammonia is converted into urea, and then through the kidney filter होके it is excreted out. और ये जो process होता है बेटा, where ammonia is converted into urea, ये liver में होता है. Where does this process take place?
Liver.
Very good. So ammonia is being produced. Ammonia certainly produced hota hai in humans also, terrestrial animals, but it is not released as such. पहले ammonia को किस में convert कर लेते हैं terrestrial animals?
Urea.
Yes, beta, into urea. And ये process कहाँ पे होता है in the humans? ये जो process है ammonia is being converted into urea.
Liver.
Liver.
Very good. And ऐसा भी नहीं है कि सारा यूरिया रिमूव हो जाता है फ्रॉम द ह्यूमन बॉडी. सम काइंड ऑफ यूरिया किडनीज में हम लोग रिटेन भी करके रखते हैं सो दैट ऑस्मोटिक बैलेंस बॉडी का बना रहे. नाउ वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट 2 organisms. Those where the main excreting product is ammonia. What were those organisms called as?
Ammonotelic.
Ammonotelic. Those which excrete urea, they are known as?
Ureotelic.
Ureotelic.
Yes. Aquatic organisms are
Ammonotelic.
ammonotelic, and terrestrial animals including man, we are
Ureotelic.
ureotelic. I told you 3 main waste products: ammonia, urea, and which was the third one?
Uric acid.
Uric acid.
Uric acid. So those animals where the main excretory product is released in the form of uric acid, उनको बोलते हैं uricotelic. थर्ड कैटेगरी हमारा जो है दैट इज यूरिकोटेलिक. इसमें आपके बर्ड्स आ जाएंगे, इंसेक्ट्स आ जाएंगे, रेप्टाइल्स आ जाएंगे. बर्ड्स, इंसेक्ट्स, reptiles, there the main waste is released in the form of uric acid. And बेटा सबसे कम लॉस ऑफ वाटर आपका जो हो रहा है वो यूरिक एसिड में होता है. अगर आपने कभी भी बर्ड्स का वेस्ट देखा होगा तो देखा होगा इट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ पेलेट्स. Okay, very hard small pieces which we call as pellet, pellet. Very dry, very small pieces, pellets बोलते हैं बेटा इसको. So minimum loss of water यूरिकोटेलिक animals में होता है. सो अगर हम वाटर की बात करें तो सबसे कम वाटर एक्सक्रीशन में अगर यूज हो रहा है दैट इज इन यूरिकोटेलिक एनिमल्स. चलिए, it is your turn to answer my questions now. I'm done with the first page of your NCERT. When you read it, I'll be going to the diagram part later. Everybody is ready? चलिए करते हैं, मिलके आंसर्स कर देते हैं. We are talking about excretory products. There are two main purposes of excretion because a lot of excretory products are deposited in the body. Give me two reasons why these get accumulated in the body.
Metabolism, excessive ingestion.
Excess. Very good. Metabolic activities and excess ingestion. Name 4 or 5 excretory products in animals. जल्दी जल्दी बताइए.
Carbon dioxide, ammonia,
Carbon
urea, and
dioxide.
urea.
Very good. Which are the 3 main nitrogenous wastes?
Ammonia, urea,
uric acid.
Very, very good. Which one requires a maximum water and is the most toxic?
Ammonia.
Ammonia. Good beta. It is ammonia only. Those animals, the process of excreting ammonia is known as
ammonotalism.
ammonotelism. And such organisms are called
Ammonotelic.
good. Ammonotelic. So which kind of organisms are basically ammonotelic, terrestrial or aquatic?
Aquatic.
Aquatic. And why do you, बताइए बेटा, why do you think aquatic organisms are ammonotelic?
Because ammonia
Because they
requires excessive amount of water to be eliminated.
Yes, very nice. Let's talk about the second category in which we have humans also. They are not ammonotelic. What are they?
Ureotelic.
Yes, they are ureotelic. तो क्या इसका मतलब बॉडी में अमोनिया प्रोड्यूस नहीं होता है या होता है इन ह्यूमंस?
Ammonia is produced, but it is converted into
Very good. It is converted into urea. And where is this process done, beta? Where is ammonia converted into urea?
Liver.
Liver.
Liver. Very good. Now we're talking about the third category of animals, that is uricotelic. What is the main excretory work?
uric acid.
Yes, it is uric acid. Very good. And can we have examples of this?
Birds.
Reptiles.
And the waste is very dry, small pieces. We call them generally as?
Pellets.
Yes, they're known as pellets. So minimum loss of water is? बताइए जल्दी, minimum loss of water in ammonotelic, ureotelic or uricotelic?
Uricotelic.
And maximum water involved is?
Uricotelic.
Ammonia.
When I talked about excretory organs and I asked you कि सबके अंदर ऐसा system होता है कि नहीं होता है, we were discussing about these things. You said no, ma'am. Every organism does not have an excretory system. So बहुत सारा survey किया excretory structures के ऊपर and it was found that जो invertebrates होते हैं उनमें कोई बहुत proper developed system नहीं होता है बेटा for excretion. Only tube-like structures are present. I'm talking about invertebrates. But vertebrates के अंदर बहुत proper एक excretory system है. We have got complex organs like kidneys also. Okay? So invertebrates में as it is कोई बहुत advanced system नहीं है. But in which categories we have a proper excretory system? Vertebrates or invertebrates? चलिए, let us talk about some simple organisms जिनमें कोई proper system नहीं है. Okay? We have platyhelminthes, flatworms. Have you heard about flatworms? Planaria वगैरह.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
very good. So F for flatworm, F for flame cells. Okay? Flatworms के अंदर we have special cells which are involved. They are the excretory structures. We call them as flame cells. याद रखना थोड़ा easy है because F for flatworm and F for flame cells. Planaria is one of the examples. There are more also. आप बता सकते हैं आपने क्लासिफिकेशन पढ़ा था, फ्लैटवर्म्स आर पुट इन व्हिच कैटेगरी, इफ यू कैन रिमेम्बर, फ्लैटवर्म्स व्हिच कैटेगरी, क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल किंगडम, इफ थोड़ा बहुत अगर याद हो.
Ma'am, do we have to tell the phylum?
Yes, if you can tell me. Anything that you remember, anything if you remember about this category. कुछ थोड़ा बहुत भी worms के बारे में याद आ रहा हो? No? चलिए, never mind. It is basically Platyhelminthes. Okay. So I'm talking about which kind of worms? Tell me quickly.
Flatworms.
In flatworms, which are the excretory organs?
Flame cells.
Flame cells. Very nice. So easy है. F for flatworm, F for flame cells. Flame cells are also known as protonephridia. Come on. Protonephridia. What are flame cells also called?
Protonephridia.
Yes. So अब एक बात फिर से बताइए, excretory organs are proper and complicated in which organisms? Vertebrates or invertebrates? Vertebrates or invertebrates? एडवांस सिस्टम तो वर्टिब्रेट्स में है, इनवर्टिब्रेट्स की मैं बात कर रही हूँ. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इनवर्टिब्रेट्स जहां पे कोई सिस्टम नहीं है, सिंपल सेल्स आर बीइंग इन्वॉल्वड. एंड आई गिव यू द नेम. अभी बताइए जल्दी से, फ्लैटवर्म्स का क्या था? व्हाट वाज द एक्सक्रीटरी ऑर्गन कॉल्ड?
Flame cells.
Yes, flame cells. And what is the proper name for them, scientific name?
Protonephridia.
Very good. We have got protonephridia. Let's talk about the second category of organisms. Even protonephridia, इनमें basically क्या रहता है बेटा? They are only concerned with ion and fluid volume regulation. ये कोई बहुत ज्यादा nitrogenous phase के excretion में involved नहीं होते हैं. Only fluids and ions. They are involved in the excretion of only two things basically. Which ones? Tell me. Fluids and
Ions.
fluids and ions. Such kind of a balance जहाँ पे हम लोगों का सिर्फ ions and fluid का regulation या control होता है, that is known as osmoregulation. What is it called?
Osmoregulation.
So जो invertebrates हैं उसमें उनके अंदर इतना ज्यादा nitrogenous waste produce नहीं होता है. Basically वहां पे सिर्फ दो चीजों का balance बनाने की जरूरत होती है. One is ions and the other is fluids. Ions and fluids. So balance is being maintained by two things. One is ions and what is the other thing?
Fluids.
Fluids, beta. ठीक है? What is this regulation called as?
Osmoregulation.
Very good. This is known as osmoregulation. So basically inorganic animals में osmoregulation होता है. Earthworms में we have nephridia. Flatworms we had what? What was the name? Protonephridia. And in earthworms we have nephridia as the main structures. Proto word हटा दीजिए बस. We have nephridia. इसके अंदर about earthworms I'm talking about, एक चीज और ऐड हो जाती है and that is nitrogenous waste. Flatworms में तो बस दो ही चीज था. What were they? Ions and fluids. But in earthworms, we have one more thing, ions, fluids, and even the nitrogenous waste. अब हम बात करते हैं insects, especially cockroach वाला category. Malpighian tubules, which are the excretory organs?
Malpighian tubules.
In cockroaches also, तीनों चीज का balance रहेगा, water also, fluids also, ions also, and nitrogenous waste also. Okay, बेटा? Remember these three. अगर हम prawns वगैरह की बात करें, if we talk about some prawns or crustaceans जो होते हैं, shell वाला जो organisms हैं, those which have shells on their body, उनमें we have glands which are known as antennal glands. What are these glands called?
Antennal gland.
Let's have a quick revision of excretory organs in simple organisms. They do not have a proper excretory system. They have only some special cells which act like excretory organs. I did the first example of flatworms with you. Flatworms like
Planaria.
very good. What was the excretory organ? Flatworm, बताइए.
Gland cells. Protonephridia.
Yes, beta, they are protonephridia. Which is the second kind of invertebrate we talked about, children?
Earthworm.
Very good. It is earthworm. And in earthworms, we said it is not. Acha beta, ek baat aur. Flatworms, में which two are the main excretory things to be removed from the body?
Fluids and ions.
Yes, we do not have the nitrogenous waste over there. And we talk about the second category, flatworms के बारे में बाद में किस कौन सा worms पढ़ा था?
Earthworm.
Yes, earthworms में fluids are also there, ions are also there. उसके अलावा there is one more kind of waste जो अब add हो जाएगा. What is that?
Nitrogenous waste.
And name the excretory organs, children, of earthworms.
Malpighian tubules.
Malpighian tubules. Then we talked about another category of invertebrates. Jaldi se naam bataiye. One was flatworms, then it was earthworms, then और किसके बारे में पढ़ा था? Cockroaches, insects. क्या था? Which organs?
Antennal gland.
Cockroaches, beta. Cockroaches and insects.
Cockroach.
Yes.
Malpighian tubules.
Malpighian tubules. And last we talked about crustaceans, hard crust wale organisms, for example, prawns. There the excretory organs were?
Antennal gland.
So we have four main excretory organs in invertebrates. When we started these systems, I told you कि ज्यादा एडवांस्ड वर्टिब्रेट्स में होता है. इनवर्टिब्रेट्स में तो बहुत सिंपल बस स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं which are involved in excretion. तो वही वाला 4 we have done. Name 4 structures in invertebrates. Structures in invertebrates. Come on, अभी बताया. One is protonephridia. Second is
Malpighian tubule.
yes. Third is
Antennal gland.
yes. Very good. And there's one more which is left. सबसे पहला कौन सा पढ़ा था? बताओ. Protonephridia is done. Nephridia is done. And 2 more we did. Tell me. Antennal glands you did. There's one more. Which one?
Malpighian tubule.
Malpighian tubules. Very good. So we are ready now. We have, on the basis of the waste excreted, we have 3 kinds of organisms. One are ammonotelic. You name the other 2?
Ureotelic and uricotelic.
So which ones are ammonotelic? Terrestrial or aquatic?
Aquatic.
Which is the least toxic waste, children?
Uric acid.
And which is the highest toxic waste, which requires a lot of water also?
Ammonia.
Do humans excrete ammonia?
No, ma'am.
But ammonia is being produced in the human body. Then what happens to that ammonia, beta?
It gets converted into urea.
Other students also, please speak out. And where does this happen? The process of changing ammonia to urea, where will it happen?
Liver.
It takes place in the liver only. So you will put the humans in which category? Ammonotelic, ureotelic or uricotelic?
Ureotelic.
Ureotelic.
अच्छा बेटा ये बताइए वाटर का क्या रहता है? Very less amount of water, excess amount of water or medium amount of water for human beings?
Medium amount.
Should I proceed further if everybody is okay with these words?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, Peter. Or should I ask you again some questions? I'll just pick the questions. You let me know if there is any answer which you feel you cannot give. Then I'll take up that part again. Two main purposes of excretion. Number one, we should know. First is for metabolic activity waste to be removed. And what was the second one?
Excess ingestion.
Very good. Very, very good. बहुत ही अच्छे. The main three nitrogenous waste are
Ammonia.
Ammonia, urea, and uric acid.
which one is the most toxic?
Ammonia.
Yes.
Ammonia,
Which ones are the least toxic?
Uric acid.
uric acid.
Which one requires the maximum amount of water to be excreted?
Ammonia.
Ammonia.
Requires the least amount of water to be excreted? Least water.
Uric acid.
Uric acid.
Very good. Now just tell me one last thing about this. Give me one example of an ammonotelic animal.
Aquatic animals.
Any aquatic animal, very good. They're all ammonotelic. Give me one example for ureotelic animal.
Human.
Birds.
Ureotelic. Ureo.
Humans.
Very good. It is humans.
Humans.
And what about uricotelic?
Birds.
Birds. Now, one more thing we need to do. Where do we find a complex system for excretion? Vertebrates or invertebrates?
Vertebrates.
Vertebrates. In
Vertebrates.
invertebrates, we have very simple structures. चलिए नाम बताइए. In flatworms like Planaria?
Protonitridia.
Protonitridia.
Very good. What about earthworms?
Nephridia.
Yes.
Nephridia.
What? Very good. What about cockroaches?
Malpighian tubules.
Malpighian tubules. Malpighian.
Tubules. And what about hard crust animals, crustaceans like prawns?
Antennal glands.
Antennal glands. Antennal glands.
Very good. Now let us talk about the human excretory organs because we do not come in the category of invertebrates. We are vertebrates, so we have specialized organs for excretion. Beta. जल्दी से याद करेंगे. Pair of kidneys, pair of ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. चार ही हैं बस. Pair of kidneys, pair of ureters, one urinary bladder and one urethra. So kidneys, how many? One or two? Pair or one?
Pair.
Pair.
How many ureters?
One pair.
Yes, one pair because each kidney has one ureter attached to it. So two kidneys, two ureters. And how many urinary bladders?
One.
One. And how many urethra?
One.
One. So name the four types of excretory organs in humans.
Pair of kidney, one pair of urethra, urinary bladder, and urethra.
Splendid. Excellent. So today we have just learned about the names of these organs. We'll be going into details about these organs tomorrow. Today, just those terms which we have done. And we'll also be talking about that which waste will be removed how. We have already done that waste is removed and which waste are removed. We'll be talking about them. Okay. So basically, main thing if you see is of course kidney.